Hello, honeybees. Today's reading is for Thursday, the 23rd. Daily readings offer inspiration, affirmation, and intentional living. First card will be honeybee or honeydew. Second card will be the how. Then we'll pick an oracle deck from an oracle message from Keepers of the Light, as well as one from the Moonology deck. Feel free to skip ahead to the oracle messages if you don't have time to listen to the tarot. Okay, let's see. Honeybee or honeydew for Thursday, October 23rd. Thursday, October 23rd. Still using my Everyday Witch deck, and it just wants to come out in stacks. I don't want to do that, so I have confidence that we'll get one or two cards as needed. Or not. Okay. I don't know what it is about this deck. It's so spastic. My gosh. I'm doing this reading on Tuesday, October 21st. Tuesday evening. Starting to feel better, I think. Got a shower today. All right, there we go. Oh, Justice, Libra energy, right? New moon in Libra today, along with some other things. But this is about being fair, just, Libra ruled by Venus, paying attention to relationships. Okay, bottom of the deck. Okay, again, more messages about really paying attention to what you're telling yourself. Paying attention to beliefs. Are they freeing, empowering, or do they keep you stuck and small and limited? Because what happens is when we have thoughts or beliefs, we tend to act on those thoughts and beliefs. And when you act on a thought or belief, you get the consequences from that behavior. And so, it's funny. Why in this deck, she has, which is the Everyday Witch, she has the blindfold. She's not that blind. She's peeking out. I have to read from this book, from this deck. What I'm hearing is what goes around comes around. Justice, number 11. Sooner or later, the universe balances itself out, but maybe not the way you expected. A silver-haired witch wearing a black gown sits upright on a chair. From one hand dangles a set of scales. On one side of the scales there's a black kitten, and on the other is a white kitten. They are hissing at each other, each with one paw raised, claws out. They are. In the witch's other hand, she holds a large open book of laws. There is a blindfold over her eyes, but it is Oh, I'm suddenly getting another message, but I'm not getting into some stuff. So, I'm going to read to you what this says and apply it where you think it needs to be applied. Is this in a relationship? Is this a relation? Is this your journey? Is this on the micro level? Is this on the macro level? Apply it where it fits. There is a blindfold over her eyes, but it is pulled up a little on the side toward the scale, and she is clearly peeking out. The feeling of the card is serious, but with a hint of amusement. That karma, she sure can be a bitch. People say that justice is blind. That just means they've never met her. She sees everything, even when it seems as though she isn't looking. There is no hiding the truth. She sees your actions and inside your soul. If things aren't going well, justice suggests looking at where your responsibility in the situation lies. But if you are worried that someone else won't get what they deserve, don't. Justice watches everyone, and sooner or later she makes sure the scales balance out. The idea of karma is simple. You reap what you sow. Life, of course, rarely works out exactly this way, but sooner or later things do tend to come back around. So if you're feeling, wondering, concerned about why, we do that, right? Why was this person allowed to, do that thing to me? And then they're off looking like they're, living their best life. Meanwhile, I'm stuck here on my couch eating, donuts, bonbons, and ice cream and crying in my beer. Like, what? Why am I not living my best life and they're, in the dirt? Don't worry about that. Focus on yourself. And your beliefs about yourself and what you can do with whatever's going on. What did I say? What goes around comes around. Okay. How? Part of that is living in a space of, the serenity prayer. There are certain things that you cannot change and you do not have power over. And so accept those things. And then things that you can change and you do have power over, have the courage to do something about that, to wield that power. Okay, got the moon. Well, it's a new moon. There's something about this new moon, right? So, moving forward, setting your intentions tonight, pay attention to the thoughts, I'm doing this reading on Tuesday, which is the new moon, but the new moon energy can still be applied. So if you're watching this for Thursday's reading, which you are, you can still be utilizing the new moon energy. Pay attention to what you're thinking, and also pay attention to what do you want to be the outcome of your thoughts, that if that comes back around to you, you would take ownership. You would be okay with it. You would be living your best life and not suffering because you're manifesting something ill towards another. Now, people in this world get kind of, lately I've been seeing and hearing things, and I've heard it in the past of people like wanting to do spells and things. I did a ritual a million years ago that was given to me, honestly, so a million years ago, maybe 21 years ago, for my own personal healing, and it was great. But I'm a huge, do not screw around with sending out, bad wishes towards others, or playing around with, here's a ritual, here's a spell, here's a thing to cast onto someone else. Don't do it. Why? Because of this. FAFO. I don't care if it's positive, you think it's positive because it's something that you want, or you think it's justifiable. It isn't. We all are on a journey, and that is going to include making mistakes and learning from our mistakes and healing, and maybe being the guy that wears the black hat in someone else's journey so that they can learn. So we are not the one who is the judge and the jury. No, leave that up to the powers that be, and focus on growing and living and believing and moving in your highest good, yours only. Don't be casting spells and doing weird crap. Okay. What do you want to harvest? Good. Healing. Sorry, that's the star. Healing. The world. Wholeness. That's the focus with this new moon energy. In the relationship with yourself, in relationship with others, in humanity, in consciousness, all of it. And you can't do that if you're worried about what the other guy's doing. Cannot do that. Okay. Keepers of the light. And if you know that you do that, that is something the moon will bring up. Those, especially in the full moon, the moon is always reflecting back. And at the full moon time, so in 2 weeks, you may be faced with something coming up to show you what have you been messing around with. What are you actually focusing on? Do you need to shift focus? Do you need to deal with some issues, some wounding? Do you need more healing like that? So pay attention now. All right. Serapis Bay, Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. What? The light is here. Exactly. Ascension, move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. Wow. Okay. Serapis Bay. I don't know if I've ever gotten this one before. Serapis Bey is the light keeper in charge of Ascension. He once served as a priest in Luxor, Egypt, helping those passing on to cross over into the light. Now, he is a presence we can all call on in order to ascend. Ascension means rising up. It reminds us of the story of Christ being resurrected after death. This means that Serapis Bey can guide us from the lowest states of being back to the light. His energy is almost like that of a phoenix, giving us the support to move out of our own hell or darkness into a space that supports our growth. The stars cannot shine without darkness. You may have experienced a low state of being, trauma, or depression, but this is a new beginning. Become aware of growth. There is always room for improvement. There's always a sense of presentation now. There's also a sense of presentation now. You may be receiving documentation or certification to acknowledge your growth or experience. It's important to cherish this time and to realize that without the challenges or obstacles you have faced, you wouldn't be as strong, powerful, or focused as you are today. We've been receiving that message a lot. You're ascending personally and spiritually at this time, and the universe is here to support it. Wow, that is amazing. Okay. Well, that was fast. Adjustments are required, third quarter moon. I feel like these are definitely going to highlight and underscore the tarot reading. I love it when that happens. Third quarter moon. Think of yourself as a vessel that has been filled more and more over the past few weeks. Some of what has come your way may have been wonderful, but there is also a lot of negativity, and you need to let go of this. Whatever situation you're asking about now, be honest about whether there are toxic emotions involved which you need to release into the ethers. This card also comes with the promise that all is not lost. However, there are changes or adjustments required before you get to where you want to be. A change of course is forecast now that recent events have been understood and acted upon. There may also be a crisis now which will remind you what you want and what it's time to let go of, so pay attention. I'm reevaluating the situation. Your life may be out of balance, and this may be causing your issues. It may be time to hatch a whole new plan. So we got that balance card, justice. Something new and exciting is around the corner. Trust may be required to move the situation forward. At the time of the third quarter moon, we know where we have been, but where are we going? The moon is now a half moon and slipping away from us as she catches less and less light, moving towards her full disappearance at the new moon. It's a time of falling away and a time to reevaluate. No matter when you draw this card, the teaching is to release and to trust. Yes. Okay. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. And if you can, just leave me a like or an emoji or a comment. Let me know how and if this resonated for you. Share, subscribe. It's a really nice way to share the energy. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.